the duo. I'm Tegan.
And I'm Riley.
Judges ready?
And the timer.
On the 15th of May, in the jungle of Newell, in the heat of the day, in the cool of the pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great joys, when Horton the elephant heard a small noise.
Oh.
Horton hears a who.
By Dr. Seuss. A simple children's story which presents animals as political symbols.
In a satire that causes us to consider the sanctity of human life through the axiom,
A person's a person, no matter how small.
So Horton stopped splashing. He looked toward the sound.
What's funny? There's no one around.
Then he heard it again, just a very faint yelp, as if some tiny person were calling for help.
I'll help you. But who are you? Where?
He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there but a small speck of dust blowing past through the air.
I say, I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that is able to yell. So you know what I think? Why, I think that there must be someone on top of that small speck of dust. Some sort of creature, of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant's eyes. Some poor little person who's shaking with fear that'll blow in the pool. Oh no! He has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him, because after all, a person's a person, no matter how small.
So gently, and using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great trunk through the air, and he lifted the dust speck and carried it over and placed it down, safe, on a very soft clover.
Humphed the voice.
'Twas a sour kangaroo.
I think you're a fool, laughed the sour kangaroo. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said,
Me too! You're that biggest blame fool in the jungle of Newell.
And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool.
Wait! What terrible splashing! The elephant frowned.
I can't let my very small persons get drowned! I've got to protect them. I'm bigger than they.
So he plucked up the clover and hustled away.
Through the high jungle treetops, the news quickly spread.
He talked to a dust speck.
He's out of his head. Just look at him walk with that speck on that flower.
And Horton walked, worrying, almost an hour.
Should I put this back down?
Horton thought with alarm.
If I do, these small persons may come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't. After all, a person's a person, no matter how small.
Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint he could just barely hear it.
Speak up, please.
My friend, you're a very fine friend. You've helped all us folks on this dust speck no end.
Oh, shucks.
You saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You've saved all our churches and grocery stores.
Do you mean you have buildings there too?
Oh yes, we most certainly do. I know I'm too small to be seen, but I am mayor of a town that is friendly and clean. Our buildings to you would seem terribly small, but to us, who are big, they are wonderfully tall. My town is called Whoville, for I am a Who, and we Whos are all thankful and grateful to you.
Well, you're safe now. Don't worry, I won't let you down.
But just as he spoke to the mayor of the speck, big jungle monkeys climbed up Horton's neck.
The Wickersham brothers came shouting. What rot? What? This elephant's stuck in a who's to an ass. There aren't any who's, and they don't have a mayor.
And we're gonna stop all this nonsense.
So there! They snatched Horton's clover. Yoo-hoo! And carried it off to a black-bottomed eagle, a bloody cough, a mighty strong youth, a very swift wing, and they said,
Will you kindly get rid of this thing?
and before the poor elephant ever could speak, the eagle flew off with the flower in his beak. No! Come back! No!
I'm nighty-night, I'm a bear. I don't mind it. It'll hide us tomorrow, where you'll never find it.
And at 6:56 the next morning, he did.
It sure was a terrible place that he hid it.
He left let that small clover drop somewhere inside of a great patch of clovers 100 miles wide.
Find that, but I think you will fail.
And he left with a flip of his black-bottomed tail. I'll find it. I'll find it or bust. I shall find my friends on that small speck of dust.
And clover by clover with care, he picked up and searched them and called.
Are you there?
Then on through the afternoon, hour after hour, till he found them at last on the 3 millionth flower.
My friends, tell me, do tell. Are you safe? Are you sound? Are you whole? Are you well?
We've really had trouble, much more than our share. When that black-bottomed berry let go and we dropped, we landed so hard that our clocks have all stopped.
Oh!
Our teapots are broken, our rocking chairs smashed, and our bicycle tires all blew up when we crashed.
Oh, the horror!
So Horton, please, will you stick by us who's while we're making repairs?
Oh, of course. Oh, of course I will stick. I will stick by you small folks through thin and through thick. Humph the voice.
For almost 2 days, you've been wild and insisted on chatting with persons who never existed. And I'm here to state
Snapped the big kangaroo.
that your silly, nonsensical game is all through.
And the young kangaroo in her pouch said,
Me too! With the help of the Wickersham brothers and dozens of Wickersham cousins and Wickersham in-laws, whose help I've engaged, you're going to be roped and you're going to be caged.
Yeah, that's for your dust back.
Ha! That we shall boil in a hot steaming kettle of hazelnut oil.
Boil it! Oh, that you gotta do! They'll prove it to you! Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor, you've got to prove now that you really are there. So call a big meeting. Get everyone out. Make every you holler. Make every you shout. If you don't, every who is going to end up in a hazelnut stew.
and down on the dust speck the scared little mayor, quick, call the big meeting in Whoville Town Square.
His people cried loudly. They cried out in fear.
We're here! We're here! We're here!
Well, that was clear as a bell. You kangaroo surely heard that very well.
All I heard was the breeze and the sound of the wind in the far distant trees. I heard no small voices, and you didn't either.
And the young kangaroo in her pouch said,
Me neither. Grab him and cage the big dope. Lasso his stomach with 10 miles of rope. Tie him outside so he'll never shake loose. Then don't let them smack in the beetle nut juice.
Horton fought back with great vigor and vim.
But the Wickersham gang was too many for him.
they beat him.
Wah! They mauled him. Wah!
They started to haul him into his cage, but he managed to call to the mayor.
Don't give up. I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small. And you very small persons will not have to die if you make yourselves heard. So come on now and try.
The mayor grabbed a tom-tom. He started to smack it, and all over Whoville they whooped up a racket.
On garbage belltops and on cranberry cans.
They blew on bazookas. They blasted great toots.
On clarinets, oompas.
And swoompas. And flutes. Great gusts of loud racket rang high through the air. They rattled and shook the whole sky.
And Mary called up through the howling mad hullabaloo.
Hey, Horton, how's this? Is our sound coming through?
I can hear you just fine. But the kangaroo's ears are as strong white as mine. They don't hear a thing. Are they all making noise? Are you sure every who down in Whoville is working? Quick, look for your town. Is there anyone shooting?
Through the town rushed the mayor, from the east to the west.
But everyone seemed to be doing his best.
Everyone seemed to be yapping and yipping.
Everyone seemed to be beeping and bipping. But it wasn't enough, all this ruckus and roar. He had to find someone to help him make more. He raced through eagerly. He searched floor to floor. And just as he felt he was getting nowhere and almost about to give up in despair, he suddenly burst through a door.
And that mayor discovered one shirker, quite hidden away in the Fairfax apartments.
Apartment 12J.
A very small shirker named Jojo.
Well, standing. Just standing. I'm both the yo-yo. Not making a sound. Not a yip. Not a chop. And the mayor rushed in, and he grabbed the young twerp, and he climbed with the lad up the Eiffelberg Tower.
This is your town's darkest hour. The time for all who's to come to the aid of their country. We've got to make noises in greater amounts. So open your mouth, lad, for every voice counts.
As he spoke as he climbed.
When they got to the top, the lad cleared his throat and shouted out,
And that yop, that one small extra yop,
Put it over. Finally, at last, from that speck on that clover, their voices were heard.
They ring out clear and clean.
Do you see what I mean? They prove they are persons, no matter how small, and the whole world was saved by the smallest of all.
How true, yes, how true. And from now on, you know what I'm planning to do? I'm going to protect them with you. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said,
Me too!